Okay, so this is your job, the two big lathes here. You want to basically make sure they're completely clean. So I would either grab this one if it's being used, grab another one. Maybe I'll attach one up to one of these hooks. Dust everything off of here, the entire surface. If there's wood on here, leave it on there. But you can loosen this up. Just hand it loosens. You can move this around then to get access to get more dusting. You gotta get everything cleaned off, the entire surface. There should be almost no dust on here at all. You wanna go look behind, check the sides, all over. You wanna double check on top of here. If you see that there's chisels not in the right spot, lift it up. Check all these, make sure they're actually sitting in where they belong. One's loose. We may end up using different holders for these chisels, but if they're going to be any in here, at least they should be sitting correctly. Close these if they're open. Keep these kind of organized. Dust this. In fact, probably just take these out completely. Dust them. Dust that one. Dust underneath there. Put it back. But again, this should stay pretty clean if people aren't using it, but if people do use it, it gets very dusty quickly, including doing up here, getting all this cleaned off. You want to have the entire surface, and you need to also look behind. That's where all the dust actually comes when you're using the lathe. So put that on the floor, check behind all here. If there's any dust in the machine, it's got to be cleaned up, okay? And also, this is your job to try and also keep the dust off of this pipe back here. And also like the power outlets, the cords. All of this is your responsibility. Okay, got all that. Get all that off onto the floor at least, so the force people can get it. All this right here. If I can find it, so can you. You gotta keep this whole area clean, okay? If the force sweeper is done and they're not using this, or if they're not using it for the router table, you can also just grab this. Start sucking up everything in here. This goes pretty quick if you have access, but again, maybe it's being used, you can also get by pretty quickly. If you're using this one, there always should be one right here, but I can also find one to give you, or just go up on the wall, which is like way down there. You get it from there as well. Okay, this is your area, just those two big ones. Underneath, all over, behind.